Guys, I am Malleshappa Teli. Basically, I am a senior software engineer working in Infinera Corporation, Bangalore. So I have around 8+ years of industrial experience. So guys, today I am going to teach you some basics of Python. So Python programming language is one of the most fastest growing programming language as of now. So most of the top uh, IT companies like Google, Microsoft, uh, yeah, even YouTube are using this Python language for their uh, various purposes like artificial intelligence and all. So programming language, this programming language is actually it's a language basically which was invented by Guido van Rossum in 1991. So he was basically a computer scientist, and he introduced this programming language in 1991. So guys, till 2015, Python was not much a popular programming language. So basically, Python's place was taken by Perl and shell scripts. So after that, after 2015, Python emerged as one of the most usable programming language. So most of the companies started using it. Initially, they started using it as a scripting language to automate some basic small tasks and all. And later, it got place in web application development. One of the web framework called Django was developed. So this Django application helped a lot of software engineers to build their own web applications very easily. So later, uh, there was new advancements in artificial intelligence and data science, and Python got one of the best libraries for that. So Python was introduced as one of the best programming language for data science and artificial intelligence. And later, it was also used in network programming. So basically, so there are many tasks in networking, so which has to be automated. So manually, suppose it will take 10 hours. Using automation, we can do it in 1 hour. So that's the beauty of Python programming language. So one of the few of the advantage of Python languages. So comparatively, it is very easy to learn. It's like English like syntax. So even non-programmer also can learn it easily, and it's freely available. So basically, Python has its own community. So python.org. This is the community. Basically, it develops any new features in Python, and all the new packages whatever are added in this Python community, so that anyone can download those packages and use there in their programs. So latest Python version is 3.10.5. So you can just click on this and you can download and you can install it. Mm. So guys, Python also supports the cross-platform. It will support Windows, Mac, and Linux. So also Python is widely used, extensive capabilities, and it has a large documentation provided by Python.org, Python community, and they will even provide you supports also, free supports also. It's a open source. Anybody can contribute. So it has the extensive capabilities. So comparatively, if you compare other high-level programming languages like C, C++, so basically Java is comparatively slow in its execution. So because unlike C and C++, which converts the high-level language into directly machine language code, machine understandable code. The rather Python, what it will do, it will create the bytecodes and then it will interpret the bytecodes. So guys, if you want to run any Python code, you don't need to compile and then run. But in programming languages like C++, and Java, so what you have to do is before running the code, you have to compile it, then you have to run. So, but in Python language, you can directly run the source code, and Python interpreter will convert that code into the byte codes and executes the each byte code line by line and produces the output. So guys, handling the exception handling is comparatively very easy in Python. So you will get the each line number of the error also. Handling is also very easy. So Python basically supports both procedural programming language and object-oriented programming language. So whichever compatible for you, you can use. If you are designing large applications with code reusability, you can use object-oriented approach. Or if you are just writing simple scripts, then you can use your sample procedure language. It's up to you. So guys, you can write the any libraries in C and C++ language, and you can use the same in Python language. So Python is very extendable to C, C++, and even Java. So C++ extension is called Cython, and Java extension is called the Jython. So it's very compatible to these languages. So one of the advantage of using C compiled libraries is it's very fast. It will be much more faster. So guys, many people confuse Python word with a, one of a specific reptile or a big snake. So guys, don't confuse the Python with that. So Python is basically it's named after a circus man called Monty Python, one of the great Americans, uh, American circus man Monty Python. It's named after him. So guys, to run Python interactively, we can use the idle. Once you install your Python, if you just go and search in your start windows, you will get idle. So once you go to idle, so basically what you will get one Python idle. So basically you can uh, the beauty of Python is you can interactively you can try coding. Suppose you want to run hello world program. So guys, just what you can do is print hello world. So hello world is completed. So guys, think about other programming language like C, C++, and Java. You have to at least try and write 4 to 5 lines to write a simple hello world program. Like you need to write main function. Inside the main function, you have to write couple of curly braces. Inside the curly braces, you have to use printf function. Then you have to use write hello world. Then you have what you have to do. First, you have to compile it to some intermediate code. Then you have to run that intermediate code. Then you will get the output hello world. See how easy it is there in Python. Just one line we wrote the program hello world. So guys, even you can do some arithmetic operation here. Suppose I want to add two numbers, print 2 plus 3, it's a 5, so easy. So guys, it's too much easy, right? So also, if you want to write a simple program, same thing in Python. So just what you can do is print hello world. You can create a new program, new file. So just save it somewhere in your local drive. So I am saving in my documents Pythons. I am creating one folder here. So hello world program, I will save it with hello world extension, hello world.py. So guys, it's already saved, so you can run it. So guys, we got the output here, hello world. If you see here, hello world output we got, and it's also showing that that my program has been stored. C user mtl documents python hello world.py. So guys, in this path my program is saved. So guys, you can also run it in your command line also. So in command line, how you can run is, so Python, then your programming name with complete path. So just enter, you will get hello world, you got the output. So this is how guys. So Python program is created and is run in both your IDE and in your command line. So guys, another way to invoke your Python interpreter is using command line. Type Python command and enter. This is also one of the way to invoke the Python interpreter. So here also you can assign any variable. So any number you can write, b equal to 20. So you can take one more variable, a plus b. So c, just you type the variable name and enter. It will give the value stored in that variable. So this is the beauty of Python. You can interactively try any programming in your interactive Python shell. So guys, you have already learnt how to create a program in Python, how to run the code in, how to run the code in Python in your Python idle Python IDE, also in your command line. So guys, this is how the hello world program works here. So 2 plus 3 you can use print function, and inside that you can use 2 plus 3, it will give the output arithmetic sum of two numbers. Also if you want to concatenate two strings, then also you can use the plus symbol. So that's it guys, this is the basic Python programming. Also guys, let's go through some quickly. So data types, basic data types used in Python. So guys, so there are basically 5 basic Python data types. One is numbers, which contains the numbers. It may be integers floating points or complex numbers. So guys, then strings, we have the strings as there in any other programming language. We use strings here. So guys, next is lists. It's like a sequence of some other elements, sequence of sequence of characters, sequence of numbers, or sequence of strings, or sequence of list. So guys, then we have tuples. Tuples are same as lists, only difference is so lists are mutable. You can add the element, delete the element, or change the modify the elements of the particular index. Tuples are same as the list. The only difference is these are immutable. You can't modify the tuple. Once you have created, it will be read only lists. So next is the very efficient data structure, guys. Uh, it's the dictionary. So guys, dictionary is the same as that of lists, but the only thing is its indexing is done by key and value keys instead of numbers. So in lists, indexing is done by particular number based on their position, but in dictionaries, indexing is done by keys. So guys, every element in the dictionary contains the one key and value pair, and you can access the values of a particular key using that key. So these are the very basic data structures in Python, guys. So if you know all these 5 data structures perfectly, you can, it's like you almost learned the 30% Python. So guys, let's have a look about the numbers now. So guys, numbers are basically two types. First one is the basic integers. Second one is the floating points. So third one is the complex number. So guys, so basically integers, how you can store a variable name equal to 2. This is how you can assign a integer to a variable in Python. So guys, in C and C++ other language, you need to specify the data types also, but in Python is not a strongly typed programming language. So that's why what you can do is you can basically what you can do is you can assign the number or any other objects directly to the variable, so that memory will be dynamically allocated. So Python is basically a dynamic language. You don't there is nothing called compile time in Python. So everything is dynamic. So the memory allocations also happens dynamically in Python programming language. So guys, this is the way you can assign any integer. If it is only plain integer like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without any decimal point, then it is integers. So guys, then floating point. Let's take an example of floating point numbers. So here we can have the decimal points, guys. A equal to 2.5. So B equal to 3.2, like that. So this is how, guys, you can write, you can declare, you can define basically the floating point numbers. So the only variable name equal to symbol, assignment symbol equal to is called as a assignment operator in Python. So guys, A equal to 2.5, B equal to 3.2. These two are now floating point numbers. So complex number, guys, it's used in mostly mathematical applications. Complex numbers. So you can use the complex class name and you can write. So complex number basically contains one is the imaginary real part and one is the imaginary part. So 3 is the imaginary part, 2 j. So j is the commonly used for imaginary numbers. Some number followed by j character, then it will become a imaginary part. So this is how we can declare the complex numbers. So this is all about number, guys, numbers. Next is strings. So next is the strings. It's a very important data type in Python, guys. So strings basically what happens is, so string is nothing but a sequence of characters enclosed within a single quote or double quote or triple quote. So we can declare the strings in 3 ways in Python. So s equal to hello. This is the one way of declaring a string. You can also uh, write it in. So you can also write it in double quote. This is also valid in Python. And then if you have want to enclose the string which contains the multi-line, then you have to compulsory you have to use 3 lines, guys. So here what you have to do, hello world, I am a programmer, how are you, good to hear you. So this is how we can use the strings in Python. So guys, each data type in Python have so their own constructors or class. So guys, int is the common constructor for integers, and float is the common constructor or common method for float. So what float it will do, if you want to convert integer any numbers into floating point, then you have to use float. So if you want to convert any conversible data type into integers, then you have to use int. So int, suppose int 5.2 if you use, suppose what it will do is it will give output as 5. So float 3, so its output will be 3.0. So similarly, this is the complex number. So complex is the basic common method to denote complex number. So basically it will take 2 parameters. One is the real part and another is the imaginary part. So guys, for string we use str inbuilt function. So suppose you have a equal to 10. So I want to convert it into a string. So just what it will do, s equal to str of a. So then print yes if I do. So output will be like something double quote 10. So this is how you will get output. So guys, that's about strings. Next one is lists. So guys, empty strings are denoted by s equal to single quote. So similarly, empty strings are defined using this symbol, angular brackets. You can use the angular brackets. So this is guys L equal to, so L equal to, if you do this much, you will create one a sample list. So if you do type with what type is a function in Python, so which gives you the type of the object. So guys, each and every data types in Python is an object. So here in numbers is also an object, integers also an object, floating point number is also an object, complex number is an also object, string is an object, dictionary is an object, and list is also an object. Everything is an object in Python. Type of L, so it will give you the type as list. So remember guys, if you want to check the data type of the any object, so you have to use just type in, and you have to pass that object value as the parameter. So guys, type, if I pass 5, it will give me the type as integer. I hope you understood guys it very well. So we understood the lists guys, it's an empty list. So how do you add the elements guys? So L equal to, so if you want to add one element, so one way is what you can do is L dot append some one. So if I type L, so now one value has been pushed inside the, or inserted inside the list guys. List has its own methods guys. So you need to understand each and every methods. So one of the important method is length of L. Length of L, what it will return. So guys, how many elements are present inside the list? So guys, we have only one values. So it is showing that output as 1. Got it? So guys, this is how you declare the list in Python. So this is one of the method. So we have two lists, L equal to 1, 2, and L1 equal to 3, 4. We have 3 lists guys. So how do we add these 2 lists? L plus L1. So what it will do? It will merge the contents of one list into other, and it will give the final output as the merged lists 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you guys understood this concept of the lists. So you can write anything like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also valid list. And suppose you want to modify the first element, just what we have to do is L of 0 equal to 9. So if you print the L, the first element will be 9. Initially it was 1. So this is how you can modify the list. That is the reason list is called a mutable object. You can change the value of the list of any index, or you can delete any element from the list. Suppose I want to delete second element. So guys, array index will always starts with 0 in Python. So one is L of one is which element it will delete is it will delete the second element. So if you do L, so now again we have only one element. So this is how guys we can add element and delete element. Guys, also one more thing. So we can add the element, insert the element in Python using insert elements also. Insert function, it will take index also. In which index you want to insert? Suppose you want to insert at the first position, you can give the 0. Then what element you have to insert? That elements also you have to specify. Suppose I want to insert 4 at the position 0. So guys, if you do this, so one element inserted. If you print L, now there are in 0th position element 4 has been inserted. So guys, one more function is there for list. We can also use the remove function. L dot remove. Then we have to specify what we have to specify here is element. Which element you have to delete. So suppose if I want to delete 9, just give the element 9. Wherever 9 is there in the list, it will delete everything. So guys, this is how we can delete any element in lists. So one of the basic difference between remove and delete is, so remove takes the item to be deleted as the parameter, while delete statement, it will take the particular index as the parameter. So guys, one more function is there, pop, to delete an element. The only difference is pop by default it will delete last element. If you didn't specify the parameter, specifies the index, it will delete the last element, and return, it will also return the deleted item. That is the beauty of pop. So other functions like insert, they don't return the deleted value, but pop will return the deleted item also. That is the beauty of pop function. So guys, I hope you understood the pop remove and delete methods in while deleting any elements in the list. So guys, this is how we can create the list and add the element or insert the elements or remove the elements in Python, and we can check the length of list. So guys, not only the another beauty of the list is it can contain even heterogeneous elements. One element as a number, another element as a string, another element as another list itself. This is also valid in Python. Nested list is also valid. Also, it may contain a dictionary also. That is the beauty of list. So guys, basically you can sort the list using the L.sort method. If you want to sort any list, so make sure that all the elements in the list are same, otherwise it won't work. So suppose you have a integer list from 1 to 10. So sorry, uh, you have a integer list of 5 elements, and you can use sort function, sort of L. It's already sorted, but if it is unsorted, it will, sorry, L dot sort is used in Python. So this is how we can sort any element in Python lists. So guys, we hope you understand the list concept very well. Now let's have a look on tuple. So it's same as the list, only thing is we can enclose the tuples within a single quote. So sorry, uh, in a braces, in small parentheses we can enclose them. This is how we can enclose the tuples. So guys, you created one tuples now. So guys, t equal to, if you do this much, one tuple has been created. If you check the type of t, it will be a tuple. So only thing is, what you can do is, like in just like in list, you can't assign a variable or add variable. So it is not very valid in t of 0 equal to 1. This is not valid in tuple, while it is a valid in list. It will immediately give you the type error. So tuple object does not supports the item assignment. So that's how tuple works, guys. The only advantage of tuple is to, if you have some fixed amount of values in your tuple, and if you don't want to change them frequently, then you have to use the tuples. So sample tuple with the one element is 1 comma. This is how a single tuple will works. So guys, remember one thing, unlike the list, you can't use only this much for a single element tuple. This will become an integer. This is not a this is not a tuple, guys. I hope you understood the concept of tuple. Tuple also as similar like your list. It may contain any type of values. It may contain lists. It may contain tuple of tuple. Tuple also has another element. It may contain a string. It may contain a numbers. Anything, guys. And list and tuples are very flexible data types, unlike the arrays in other programming language. In arrays and all, you have to use only homogeneous data types. You can't use heterogeneous data types in your arrays in C, C++ or in Java also. So that is the beauty of lists and tuples. So next thing is very important data structure in Python is dictionary, guys. So what happens in dictionary is stores the key and values, any element in key and value format, like d equal to name Malesh. This is how it will be stored, guys. Dictionary. So this is how Dictionary is defined. It will be key value format. So D of name, if you give D angular bracket inside name, this is how you can access the key value pairs in Python using you can key indexing you have to do. So D of name error is showing. Name is not defined. Sorry. So name you have to give it in double quote. So guys, the keys will be always mutable types. It might be a number or it can be strings, which should be absolutely immutable. You can't send lists as the keys for dictionaries. You can send tuple as the keys, but not lists because lists are um, uh, mutable. So tuples are immutable, guys. Remember these things. So d of name, it gives the value for that particular key. So guys, if you want to add one more key value, just add d of age. Double quote, key should be in double quote. It is a string. So age equal to 30. So this is how we can assign the key value pair, guys. So it is giving me the one more key added, age, and with the value 30. This is how, guys, you can add the key value pairs in dictionary. So dictionary is a unordered data structure, guys. It may follow any order. Age, sometimes age may come first, sometimes name may come first. It depends because dictionary uses the hashing algorithm, which is one of the most efficient algorithm to retrieve the data. So guys, remember these things. These five are the very basic data structures in Python, and if you learn these five data structures perfectly, it's almost like learning the 30% of Python. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my class. So guys, just practice it of your own so that you can master all these data structures. Thank you guys. Let us see you in the next video.